world, where people work from home or work from wherever they want to be, and reaching people all over the world. So the globalization on one hand, and the distancing and social environment that we find ourselves in. And I think that what we have achieved, the platform that we have, what crowd1 is supplying to its members, is astonishing. And it's extremely fast, it's extremely easy, and that will facilitate and make it possible for people all over around the world to get meaningful jobs, make money, and take themselves from where they are to where they want to be. So I think it's an important theme. It's an interesting theme, it's a correct theme to where we are. But we shouldn't forget that once you're easily on the platform, once you have easily access to what we're supplying, there's a lot of hard work that needs to be put in. Long-term, passionate commitment, resilience, sustainability, long-term loyalty and commitment that you need, and passion and also patience that you need to let us do what we need to do during 2021 to make this perfect.
And that is worth emphasizing, that this is about having that entrepreneurial mindset.
Absolutely.
To really want to sort of passionately dig into it.
Absolutely.
And I know, I mean, you're a serial entrepreneur with so much experience behind you, and I know that you really have a purpose, vision, long-term vision for ICT and crowd1. And just for our viewers, just elaborate a little bit around that, because it really is, you know, it's so aligned with the day and age of purpose-driven impact that we're in.
We are something completely new. We are leaving the traditional MLM industry behind and becoming much more of a direct sales company. We're a network, an online crowd community. We're building something completely different. We're pushing the boundaries. We're changing and really leveraging the abilities of a digital environment. And as we do that, we will always be really dependent on the very fast network growth that we're having, because we'll consistently lose people who change jobs, moves, die, get bored, find another job. So we will continuously need to grow the network. But what we will do during 2021 and 2022 is to fill this library of products, making it accessible and adding more and more services and products so that people really can find their niched areas of interest or experience or where they could do what they're really experts at doing. And through that, we will actually create we'll create lots and lots of real entrepreneurs building real businesses and allowing themselves to really fully commit to what we're exploring. And that's my role, to fill it with products and make it accessible for people so that they can push this forward to where we want to be as a global supplier of the gig economy.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, it is products and services, but there's also an educational aspect to it that I know you're very strongly passionate about.
Absolutely. I mean, education is everything. I mean, every country that in the 1700s and 1800s took itself from poverty, it grew their countries through education, by educating the population, by getting further and further into the industrialization, making more and more complex products and businesses for the nations. We will focus on the educational part. And that is really, really important. You know, if you have an educational package that costs $1 million and you sell it for, let's say, for 100, well, you need to send 10,000 of these to get break even. But once you've done that, you have 100% margin of whatever new product you have. So the first educational package that we put in had its cost, had its price, and we reached the critical mass, and then we just continue to grow that out. As we've done that, we will now be able to fill this with more and more better and better educational packages. So everybody who's bought this early on will get all the new 10 packages that we'll be putting in. Everybody that buys on will buy a higher and higher value for the one-time money that they put in. And this is important to remember also. You're not forced here to build up a storage of things that you're going to sell. You don't have to pay for things that you're going to sell in the future. You pay on once for the platform, for the existing products that we have, the library that we're building, and then you have endless accessibility to all these products that you'll be able to sell. So I think, you know, we're doing something so fantastic that will have such an impact and importance to these nations where we're trying to become big, all the developing nations. They will have software maybe 15, 20 years earlier than we would have had before. We'll create endless amounts of jobs. It will generate lots of taxes because people will have to pay their taxes in their countries. So we're good for everything but the ones who steal our digital identities and to take all the money to Silicon Valley and who deprive entrepreneurs to have their software become successful without venture capital. It's going to be a marvelous company. We already are, but you ain't seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Well, I love your positive and also driven attitude about it. And last but not least, because you can never give this too much emphasis, what would you say are sort of the key traits for really having or adapting to that entrepreneurial mindset?
It is to understand that it's difficult to be an entrepreneur because you'll meet envious people. There's going to be people who are going to try to stop you. There's going to be hurdles. You need to have persistence, commitment, resilience. You have to be long-term. You have to be ambitious. But it's teamwork. And you have the teams around you. You have your leaders to go to who will inspire you, motivate you, help you get the platform. You have our company that will fill this this library of products and the educational package with more and more products and services that will support and help you. It's a teamwork. So help your downline, take help from your upline, help your friends around you, because together, over time, be consistent and long-term on this. Over the next 2 years, we're going to change the world and make fantastic things happen if we work together, if we hold hands and help each other out.
Change the world if we all work together. C.E.O ON, thank you so much. And with that, back to the main stage.